Telescopes are becoming more difficult to get as the COVID rages across the globe and death toll unfortunately rises. The deliveries are delayed, and Chinese manufacturers, who actually are the factories of the world, they cannot cope with the demand. People are staying in homes. They need telescopes. There have been some pastime. Many people go for the old love of their childhood, that's its telescopes and astronomy. They want a telescope, and until they build new factories, new plants to build this or increase the capacity of the current ones, there is a shortage of telescopes. So the best option now is to go for second-hand telescopes, and that is what we have done here. I've got the Skywatcher Heritage telescope, 5-inch Dobsonian mount Flextube. Let's open and see what is inside this. This was built for the anniversary of 2009, this astronomy, International Year of Astronomy. I don't think that is that old, but anyway, the box is that. The person who sold it to me included some additional stuff. Oh, Flexi heat dew shield astrozap. Oh, that's lovely. That also can be used as a blocking thing for the Flextube itself. Okay, let's put this astrozap aside. It has a connector, so it can be connected to the 12-volt battery. Let's open through this. Okay, this is the packaging. More packaging. Let's see what is this one inside. Oh, we have some eyepieces here. Super 25 wide angle long eye relief eyepiece. So, let's see. These are basic, but they're adequate. Good. There's more here. Oh, okay. Bolt case for that eyepiece. 10mm super wide angle eyepiece, standard for the Skywatcher. I have to use both hands to open this zip bag. Okay, now a finder scope. And a lovely Barlow, 3x Barlow. So let them put back in the bag that they came with. I'm putting them back where they come in the box. Nice. Now the main pistol resistance. Oh, that's a compulsory thing. Skywatcher, warning for not looking at the sun. So that's really good. It's almost new. It has its label. And that's the actual telescope. It has been in the cold. It was a snowy day today, and so it's a reduced now when I brought it to its warm home. That's lovely, look at it. What else we have here? Oh, it doesn't need this one, but kindly the seller has given me one of these trays for a tripod. Nice. So let me take this out. Okay, I brought the telescope out. something inside here. Oh, that's lovely. That's the oldest Skywatcher series. What I have in this sets. That's interesting. I have the 10-inch and I have the 12-inch. And I have this 8-inch one also. I don't have any of. Oh, I have this Maxotov, which is the 151. Oh, they don't. 180, 127. Okay, 151 I have, but they don't have it here. And of these ones, I think I have this one, but the version which is the Italian one. The orange tube ones, and I have this also. Not, I don't have this one. I have this one, which is an old one, of course. I have. Anyway, that's interesting. Mounts and oh, these are really top notch, but difficult to use because you have to have a proper area for moving it in and out. Better to have it in observatory. Anyway, nice to have this catalog, for sure. So that's a telescope. Let's bring it toward me and see how this is. It looks almost new. You have to loosen these bolts here, and you can rise it. Ooh, hallelujah! I have to have 3 hands to it. Now I have to hold the camera in one hand, hold this, then tighten this bolt. I will do it now with cutting the video. You must have seen one of my videos that is in the telescope shop. I am, and I installed one of these in the telescope shop on a AZ mount of the Skywatcher, the one which has a, which you can use it with a Wi-Fi. So, oh, this Dobsonian mount with is lovely. I have one of these, just one of these, and the mount is very versatile. I used it very heavy telescopes on it. Anything up to 6-inch I've used on that. 6-inch Maxotov and 6-inch refractor. Amazing beauty. So I have to push this dovetail into this so the telescope will be balanced. At the moment is the tail heavy and the head is light, so let me do that. Okay, now I have balanced it and it can be put in any position. I wish that this part could be rotated. That would have been make it really easy. In any position you could use it. All the telescopes should have such a thing. Now look, the eyepiece in that direction. So for solution to have this like that, you have to turn the base and then you will be directed in the right direction. The mist you see is because this room is warmer than outside and mist has formed. When it was delivered, it was cold. Now, let me see what is in the back of it. Oh yeah, I can see. Telescope, diameter 130, focal length 650, so 13,600. I think this is around f7 or f. The f ratio is focal length 650 millimeter divided by diameter of the mirror 130 millimeter. It gives the number 5. So the f ratio is 5. That's quite a fast telescope, and I like that it has actually this ring, this screws for adjusting the collimation. Really nice touch. So this telescope can be collimated. I had one on a 2-inch refractor, Newtonian Gilbert one, and that was amazing because you could actually do also the modification of the collimation. You could do on that little one. The only weak point on that was the eyepiece, which I replaced with the Japanese fast and swift, bright and swift telescope. Okay, look. So the mist in the mirror. but I can open that and just clean the mirror. This diameter of the fog is gradually decreasing as the temperature gets adapted to it. So let's just attach an eyepiece and see how it is. This is the 25mm eyepiece I'm going to use, Super 5, 25, and it has nice screws to remove the cap. Okay, and I wonder how you can actually adjust this. Is it? Oh, this is twisty one. You have to twist it for adjustment. Yeah. They could have put a rack and pinion or crayfoot. So it is just, you have to turn it to bring it into focus. Okay, let me just put the eyepiece in. I have to loosen this screws a little bit more. Yeah. Okay, needs a little bit encouragement. So now the eyepiece goes easily in. And it's adjusted by turning this. Yeah, it was a bit stiff because the threads were misplaced. So now that is free. And can I just, it'll be awkward, but anyway, you have to get used to it. I suppose you can put your own adapter here and adjust it by the, or you can move this back and forth if you want. That will work also. Anyway, let's see if I can find. Okay, let's see how this is the view. I'm looking at some birds in the apple tree. So this is a wood pigeon sitting on the apple tree, Bramley apple tree. Let's see if I change the eyepiece to something a little bit more substantial, what difference it makes. So that was a view through the Skywatcher Super 25 wide angle long eye relief eyepiece. Now let's see through the Edmund Scientific 28mm eyepiece. And this is the Edmund Scientific 28mm Plossl. You can see the difference is much better. This is superior to that one. It's just for starting you up, so I'll give you some eyepiece to work, but this one is better. Our pigeon is almost sleepy, puffing up. And that was the view through the Edmund Scientific 28mm Plossl. Okay, let's go to extreme. Get mad. Instead of this Super 25 cheapest or this Edmund Scientific 28mm Plossl, go for the Televue Panoptic 24mm. The price of it is double the price of the telescope. Let's see how is the view through the Televue Panoptic. And that was the view through the Televue Panoptic 24mm. I felt the view through the Edmund Scientific was brighter and more in focus. Probably I had difficulty focusing this because I had to pull it really back with the Panoptic. But this was easy. And these are the pigeons you can see on that tree. They're around, yeah, let me tell you. 40 meter away. 35 to 40 meters. 40 meters away. Now I'm packing it up. Let's just push this. Nice feeling. And put the cap on. Nice cap. And when it is unpacked, that's the volume it takes. Not much bigger than an astroscan, but yeah, 1 inch bigger in the mirror. And it can be even made smaller by putting it like that. I think it's around 40 centimeter high or half a meter. Yeah, that's all with a tripod, with the Dobsonian mount. That's it, half a meter. And it's best for carrying with you if you are going, you can take it to a dark side with you easily. It's hassle-free. You can just set it up quickly without missing any of the action. Clouds coming and going, you just can unpack and pack. It's perfect for travel. It's lovely. It's not second-hand, it's like new. Not been used much, probably, at all. Before using it comfortably, you need something like this 5-pound cabinet from Aldi. So you can put it on top of it and just use it as a stand. It works perfect. My overall impression is that this is a hassle-free, easy to use telescope and compact. The next best thing is to have an astroscan, which is rare now, or use one of those Skywatcher Infinity 76 Penguin, blue penguin.